something is happening right now that most people aren't paying attention to. In the first 3 months of 2025 alone, the number of Americans moving abroad doubled. Not increased. Doubled. A 102% jump in a single quarter. And the number one destination, Europe. But not the Europe you visit on vacation. These Americans are signing leases, opening bank accounts, enrolling their kids in school. So the question isn't why. The question is, where exactly are they going? Today, we're counting down the 10 European cities where Americans are actually relocating right now, with the real cost of living, the visa you need, and what daily life looks like on the ground. And the number one city on this list? Most Americans can't even point to it on a map. But the ones who moved there aren't coming back. You're watching Escaped Europe. Number 10, Berlin, Germany. The largest American community in continental Europe lives here. Roughly 400,000 U.S. expats in Germany, and Berlin gets the biggest share. A one-bedroom in a central neighborhood, 900 to 1,200 euros a month. That's less than half of San Francisco. Germany's Blue Card gets skilled workers in fast, and permanent residency can come in as little as 21 months. The trade-off? German bureaucracy is legendary, but for career growth and access to the heart of Europe, Berlin delivers. Number 9, Athens, Greece. A decade ago, Athens meant crisis. Today, it's one of the fastest-growing expat hubs in Southern Europe. A couple can live comfortably here on 1,500 to 2,000 euros a month, including rent. Greece's Golden Visa starts at 250,000 euros in real estate, one of the cheapest entry points in Europe. Add 300 days of sunshine and a 3-year souvlaki in Monastiraki, and you start to see why Americans are paying attention. Number 8, Málaga, Spain. If you haven't heard Malaga's name yet, you will. This southern Spanish city has quietly become one of the most popular relocation spots for Americans over 45. Over 320 days of sunshine. A one-bedroom near the beach for 700 to 1,000 euros. A couple can live very well on 2,000 euros a month total. Spain's digital Nomad visa requires about 2,650 euros per month in income and offers tax incentives for the first few years. Málaga also just built a new tech district with co-working spaces and direct flights to major U.S. cities. It's no longer a secret, but it's still a bargain. Now let's put this in perspective. A meal that costs $45 in New York, under 10 in Budapest. A one-bedroom apartment that runs $3,000 a month in LA, $600 here in Europe. Healthcare that bankrupts families in America, covered by public systems in most of these countries for under 100 euros a month in private insurance. Same continent as Paris and London. Completely different financial universe. That gap is why this wave isn't slowing down. Now here's where the list gets really interesting. Number 7, Valencia, Spain. If we had to recommend one city for an American making their first move to Europe, this would be it. Mediterranean climate, walkable center, one of the best food scenes in Spain, beaches minutes from downtown. A single person can live comfortably on 100 euros. Families report 2,500 to 3,500. It has excellent international schools, modern hospitals, and a growing expat community. Without the chaos and over-tourism that other Spanish cities are dealing with right now, Valencia keeps climbing every quality of life ranking for a reason. Number 6, Porto, Portugal. If Lisbon is Portugal's glamorous face, Porto is its soul. Smaller, grittier, and significantly cheaper. A couple can live here on under 2,000 euros a month, including rent. The food and wine scene is extraordinary. The Douro Valley is at your doorstep. Portugal's D7 visa needs as little as 870 euros a month in passive income. And because Porto is smaller, integration into local life happens naturally and fast. Number 5. Budapest, Hungary. This is the city that shocks Americans the most. Grand imperial architecture that rivals Vienna at a fraction of the cost. A couple can live well on 500 euros a month total. Consumer prices in Budapest are less than a third of New York once rent is factored in. The thermal baths, the ruin bars, the cafe culture. Budapest has the cultural depth of a major capital without the price tag. Hungary's cost of living is about 40% below the EU average. And with its new golden visa program starting at 250,000 euros, the government is actively courting international residents. If this is the kind of honest, no-fluff intel you've been looking for, hit subscribe. We do this every single week. Number 4. Florence, Italy. More than 15,000 Americans already live in Italy, and Tuscany is one of the most concentrated areas. Florence offers 600 years of art, architecture, and culinary tradition in a city you can walk across in 30 minutes. Italy recently introduced a 7% flat tax for foreign retirees who move to qualifying towns. In Florence proper, a couple can live on 200 to 3,000 euros a month. Step into the Tuscan countryside, those numbers drop fast. Number 3. Split, Croatia. Now we're entering cities most Americans haven't considered yet, and that's exactly why they're here. Split sits on the Dalmatian coast, built around a Roman palace from the 4th century. It's a living city, not a museum. Croatia joined the EU and the Eurozone, meaning stability, modern banking, and a legal framework that works. The cost of living is 40 to 50% lower than Western Europe. A couple can live on 1,200 to 1,800 euros a month, the Adriatic as your backyard, at Eastern European prices. Number 2. Tallinn, Estonia. Wait, Estonia? Yes. And here's why it deserves this spot. Tallinn is a medieval city that also happens to be one of the most digitally advanced societies on Earth. Estonia pioneered e-Residency, a program that lets anyone start and run an EU-based company online. The government runs almost entirely digitally. You can file taxes, sign contracts, and access public services from your laptop. For American entrepreneurs and remote workers, this is transformational. The corporate tax structure is uniquely favorable. You only pay tax on distributed profits. A couple can live on 1,500 to 2,000 euros a month. Public transport is free for residents. The old town is UNESCO listed. The food scene is emerging. Which one surprised you the most? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. And the number 1 city on our list, where Americans are building entirely new lives, is Valencia. Wait, didn't I already mention Valencia? I did, at number 7, as a city for your first move. But Valencia isn't just a starting point. It's the destination Americans keep choosing to stay. The data backs it up. It was named the best city for quality of life by multiple expat surveys in 2005. The American expat community there has grown faster than in any other Spanish city. The reason is simple. Valencia gives you everything the big-name cities promise: the weather, the food, the culture, the healthcare, without the price tag, the crowds, or the chaos. It's the city where the dream and the reality actually match. And that's why it's number one. So, 10 cities, 10 real options. From Berlin and Athens to Split and Tallinn, this wave of Americans moving to Europe is accelerating. And the smartest ones aren't waiting for the perfect moment. They're researching, planning, and making it happen right now. Now, if you're seriously considering Spain, and especially if Valencia caught your attention today, there's one video you need to watch next. We broke down the real difference between holidaying in Spain and actually living in cities like Valencia, Málaga, or Alicante. The costs, the lifestyle, the surprises nobody warns you about. It's the perfect next step from this video. It's right here. I'll see you there.